Good day, fellow Titans, Hunters, and Warlocks. My name is Telric, and welcome to Atlas and Armory, a Destiny Crucible guide. This is the first video of a series where we will be looking at the different maps in Crucible, and what choices you can make in your weapon loadouts to achieve success. Now, short disclaimer here, this is not a series of videos where I simply recommend one of the god weapons of the Crucible, and you use that one weapon over and over and over. This is a series on making a conscious decision for each map in Crucible and using a solid weapon loadout that can bring you success, whether you're a beta veteran like myself or you just started playing the game 2 hours ago. I'll do my best to break down for you each map and what category of primary, special, or heavy weapons work well in that particular map. Granted, if these tips don't fit your playstyle, then don't use them. Go with what you're comfortable with. But I hope this will help some of you in your quest to improve your Crucible game. So let's get started. The map we will focus on for this video by request is Vertigo. Vertigo has some very interesting sightlines that can either be very frustrating or very helpful depending on your play style. There are corridors connecting the initial spawns to the center of the map, and one uphill corridor to the Zone B or Spark capture point. Heavy ammo boxes are located at your initial spawns, and there are 4 special ammo boxes, one at each initial spawn point, one in the center of the map, and one in the Zone B. As for weapon loadouts, one option in my opinion stands above the rest in dominating this map. So let's take a look at primaries. First choice, scout rifles. On Vertigo, the scout rifle is your best friend. A lot of players like to use sniper rifles in the Crucible, and the scout rifle is the best counter. Especially as with a scout, no target is ever too far away for you to hit. You will be able to kill any target at any spot on the map with a scout rifle because of the way Vertigo is constructed. So, when all those pesky snipers are trying to shoot you from B zone, or from the island outside of the teleport gate between Zone A and C, make them think twice and use your scout rifle to effect. And this applies to all scout archetypes, whether it be the lower impact rifles such as Suros DIS-47, mid-impact rifles such as the Hung Jury SR-4 and Bullion Gemini, all the way up to the hard-hitting and slow-firing Cocytus SR-4. They all work well. The long hallways on the map, the control zones A and C, as well as the center hallway looking up to B are good firing lanes for scout rifles. Second choice, auto rifles. This is the opposite method of play compared to the scout method, but again the map's design is in your favor. If you're a bit more aggressive, a run and gun player with a good auto rifle can dominate. There is an element of risk here in that if you get caught in the open by an enemy with a scout or sniper rifle, you may not have time to recover. But when done correctly, especially with the high rate of fire autos, you can achieve pretty good scores. With an auto rifle's short range, keep yourself near the top of the map near Zone B, and near the initial spawn points. This will keep you from getting outgunned in the open by longer range weapons. Third choice, hand cannons. And I only put hand cannons at number 3 because of the last word in Thorn. If you're an evil person who loves Thorn, you will do well on this map and frankly any other map. And last word can compete against any weapon at close range. But other hand cannons simply do not have the unique perks required to combat the advantages scout rifles and auto rifles have on Vertigo. Fourth choice, pulse rifles. Unless you have a perfectly rolled, fast-firing pulse rifle that melts your opponents, you might as well stick to either a scout or an auto rifle. It's just that simple. The same points on the map that I would use a scout rifle are probably your best points to use a pulse rifle as well. Now, let's take a look at secondary weapons. First choice, sidearms. Absolutely go with the sidearm. If you go with my first recommendation of using a scout rifle as your primary, use a sidearm as your backup. A lot of players can't seem to get out of the mentality it's sniper rifle or shotgun no matter what. But the sidearm has the range of most high rate of fire auto rifles, and with a very fast draw speed are perfect counters to the shotgun rushers that are present on every team. If you get stuck in a tight corner, and you know the enemy is just out of sight, the sidearm is your little buddy that's going to save your life. Second choice, sniper rifles. If you're even comfortable or semi-comfortable using a sniper rifle, the long corridors and open areas outside of both zones A and C will offer plenty of opportunity for you to snipe. Be careful though. There are plenty of odd corners on this map to get snagged on, and if you're not paying attention while looking down the scope, you may not be able to escape incoming fire. Another point on the map that you have great sniping lanes is the island outside the teleport gate. But I warn you that anyone with a decent shotgun can easily evict you from that perch if you're not paying attention. Third choice, shotguns. Whether in a run and gun capacity or in a defensive role, the shotgun fits nicely in this map. Plenty of corners to wait for opponents, and interesting elevation points on the center of the map give a smart shotgunner ample opportunity to pick off unsuspecting enemies. Not as strong as maybe the sidearm or the sniper, but Warlocks and Titans with their unique perks can find success here with a good shotgun. Challenge the corners, and rushing Zone B at the top of the map is your best choice at being effective with a shotty. Fourth choice, fusion rifles. The timing required for using fusion rifles properly is very precise. This actually is a decent map for using fusion rifles whether you be a novice or an expert, but the charge times on the rifles make them a niche weapon. If you're really looking to use a fusion rifle that can dominate the corridors, I'd have to recommend Telesto, but there you're giving up your exotic slot for one particular playstyle. Lastly, let's look at heavy weapons. First choice, rocket launchers. A solid rocket launcher with the grenades and horseshoes perk is absolute dynamite on this map. The corridors and small walk areas funnel targets into easy kill zones, and this helps prevent enemies, even those using blink, from escaping your rockets. Don't use tracking though. Your rocket is more likely to be deceived and zoom into a wall trying to track your target. Second choice, heavy machine guns. This is a very solid option that you will see in a lot of Crucible maps. You will easily dominate this map with a good heavy machine gun, provided you survive all the rockets. Third choice, swords. There are opportunities to use a sword on this map. If you are slow, take your time, wait for the other players to use their heavy ammo, and then come out swinging. The exotic sword Bolt Caster can especially be deadly if you're using it to hurl discs of arc energy down those tight corridors. Well, that will wrap up this map, and if you enjoyed this video, don't be afraid to like and subscribe. If you have a suggestion for which map you'd like to see next, leave a comment down below, or send a tweet to Telric at Telric87. Hope to see you in the Crucible, Guardians.